In this video, again we are going to discuss strings in Python, and in this we are going to read a single characters from the string, but we are going to use some methods and functions of a string. So let us start, and it is a part of our traversing a string. So first thing is that we need to discuss the functions of string. So what are the functions? We move to the next slide. First we are going to discuss about conversion functions of a string. First function, I'm going to give you one nm equals to Python. It's an example because output I'm going to show you by using all those functions. It will give you the output according to the function that we are going to use. First we are going to discuss about capitalize. What is the use of the capitalize? Capitalize used to capitalize uppercase first character of a string, first character only. If I'm going to use print nm dot capitalize, it will capitalize the first character and the output is going to be like this. If the Python P is going to be capital, rest of the characters are going to be small letters. Second case is lower. It convert all the string characters to a lowercase. Nm dot lower, and if you're going to see the output, the Python is going to be small letters. Next is going to be upper. Convert all the string to a uppercase, means if I'm going to use that, Python is going to be in a uppercase. Next one is going to be the title. All the word first character is going to be upper and rest of the characters are going to be lower. Means this title case has been used when we are working in a string. If there is a string of many words, in that case every character of the first character of the each word is going to be in a capital letter. We're going to discuss that in a program also, that how we're going to use a title also, or we are not supposed to use title. In place of that we can use uppercase. That going to be used upper one. Here it is, and we can convert that word each character in a capital. Now we will discuss some other functions also. Next is comparison function. If you move to the comparison, first one is digit. What is the use of this? Now where the is written, it means it's going to check that the characters in a string that is going to be a number or not. Next one is going to be is lower. It is used to check that the alphabets are in a lowercase or not. Next one is upper. What is the use? To check that the characters are in a uppercase or not. Last is alpha. It is going to use to check all the characters are alphabet or not. Means these are is lower, is upper, is alpha. These are the functions that are going to use with the if condition. These are going to be used when the condition is to check that the characters are uppercase, or check characters are in a lower case, or the characters are alphabets, or the characters are digits. So like that, in that cases, all the cases you have to use these functions. So let us move with the one example. First I'm going to show you the practically also, that how when I'm going to use those functions, that how they're going to work. So here is an example where I have written that Python P small, Y capital, T capital, H O N. I'm going to use capitalize, upper, lower and title case. When I'm going to execute this line, it's going to show me the answer, and all the four answers are going to be displayed, and in all those cases you will find that capitalize, P is capital, everything is going to be small letter, uppercase, all the characters are uppercase, lowercase Python, and title case P is going to be capital. So this way these functions are going to be used. Next is that how you are going to use those is digit, is upper. So we are going to discuss that with the practically also, with the help of one of the question that I'm going to discuss after this. Now before we discuss about the programs using these functions, let us first discuss what is the difference between the two methods. This is the string I have written, and the method I am discussing about difference, that is capitalize and title. So what is the basic use of capitalize and title? You have already seen that the Python, when I written Python, the P is going to be capital and all the other characters are very small. But when there is a string is given with many words have been there, so what is the capitalize is going to display and title. When we are using capitalize, it only going to capitalize P, and all the other characters are going to be small letter. But in the case of title is being used to capitalize every first character of each word. Means Python P, program P, to T, C, check C, these T, to T, method M. So if we are going to show that, it will be show you output like this, that is given in the bottom. This is the way I'm going to show you practically also. Here it is. I've already written Python program to check these two methods have been. So when I'm going to compile these two lines are going to give me the two different answers. And what are those answers are? It has been shown in the bottom if you're going to see the screen. And here it is. In this case only first character is going to be the capital letter, but in a title case all the words, each word first letter is going to be, first character is going to be the capital. So this is the way that it is going to be used. Now you know that what is the use of capitalization title. Now we move to the next part. Let us now explain the concept of these functions with the use of one of the function. So on the screen I'm going to show you one question that I'm going to discuss, and question is that I need to count number of uppercase characters from a string. So when I need to, this is my string and this is a sample text. If you go through that, if you count the uppercase characters, so there are about 1 2 3 4 5 characters are there. They are in uppercase. So how the function is going to count these and find these uppercase character? So we need to use isUpper function. You already know that what is the use of isUpper. So now let us start the program, that how this function is going to detect the uppercase character from a string. So for reading that, we move to the next step. Step number 1. Now I'm just first go through all the steps, then I'm going to show you the whole program, that how it is going to be written in a IDE of a Python. Step 1 is that you need to initialize the variable. So I declare a variable that is nm, and this is a sample text, is a string is stored inside the nm. Next part is that I need to declare one variable that is used to store the counting. So I declare count 0. Why? Because 0, because at the starting there is nothing, so I put the 0 inside that. So count is 0. So I put the 0 inside that. Now here it is. Now we have to start the loop. That going to start from the first character to the last. So there are 3 methods. You already know that: for in, for range, and while loop. In a for in, you know that directly you can write it down. For range is there and while loop is there. Next step, the line. In the first case, for ch in nm, ch will read one character at a time from a string. For x in range 0 to k is store the length, that is the last one, that is 21, but it will work up to 20. You already know that, -1. Same in case in the while loop also. K equals to length of nm while x is less than k. So next step is, this is a fill up. Now you know that we have to fill this line with the condition. We need a condition of if, that to check that the character stored in this ch or in that nm of x, or in this case also nm of x, is a uppercase or not. What is that step is that we needed? So we fill it, this blank line, and it has been filled by a line. This is the line that we are going to use in the first case, if ch. Why ch? Because ch is stored the single character, dot isUpper. Second, in case of for range and while loop, we are using the x is going to store the index value 0 1 2 3 4 in both the cases. Nm is a string, and these two bracket is going to use, you know that, slicing. 0 means first character, x is going to be at the first character, and isUpper is that is an uppercase or not. This is the line. If it is going to be yes, if it is an uppercase, then this counting is going to be start. Count plus 1. That means at the start the count is 0. As it find out the first character is this one is capital, so count is now become 1. So it move one step. Now count is 1. Next case, after count 1, the last line is when whole string is going to be read out. Last line for all these three loops, if you are using for in, for range, or while, last line is same for each of the loop. These print number of uppercase character are count. If the question is to read lowercase, this is upper is going to change to is lower. If the question is to count how many digits are there, numbers, to change that is upper to is digit, and the statement is going to be changed. Number of digits in a string are same, means all the questions are going to be in the same format, but only the line is going to be erased and the function is going to be changed. So this is the way that this question is going to be written. Now I'm going to show you practically also that how it is going to be, all the three methods. First, this was the first one. In this I am using for ch in nm, same line, ch is uppercase, count plus 1, when everything is counted you need to display it. So when I execute this line, it will give me the output, and output is 19. Means I am using a different string. Use this example to check all the methods of string. There are many uppercase and lowercase characters are there, so the total is going to be 19. Same if I move to the next thing. Next one is for x in range, same thing, nm of x. If I'm going to execute this also, it will also going to give me the same answer, but the concept is changed. I'm using a range question, 19 again. If I'm using a while loop, then again I'm going to execute it. It will also going to give me the same output, that is going to be 19. The same concept is been applied in all the three. Only the thing is that I am changed the looping. I have changed using for range or a while loop. It on you, it's your choice. Whatever you need, you can do it. Now I'm going to discuss it again, but this time I'm going to show you each step, how it is going to read out in all the three cases. So character by character we are going to read the characters from the string and check that the character is uppercase. How the loop is going to work, that we are going to discuss. First time when the program is going to, I'm writing down whole program now. So you have to go to that nm and ch. At the present they are not sitting at anywhere because it is not started. Just now this first step is only to that first two lines, means nm string count 0, and the counting at the starting is initialized at 0. When the first step means for loop started, what happened? That is before, then the first step started. Now ch is sitting at t, and nm of x is at 0, while x, it is also at 0. So nm of x means nm of 0 is at t, that is capital T. So in first case, if ch dot is upper, it will ask is upper that the character inside the ch is in a uppercase. It will say yes. Then this arrow means it jump inside and counter is going to be plus 1. After that it again go back to the for loop. Same case in the for range and while loop also. If nm of x means nm of 0 is capital, yes, the counting is going to be plus. Same case in the while loop also. Next one, what happened? Now count is going to be 1. Now next step is going to be h. Does it happen now? If ch dot is uppercase, now where is ch is sitting? In a second one, that is h. H is a smaller letter. And nm of 1, nm of x is incremented. Here also you have seen x plus 1. So nm is sitting at h. Is h is a uppercase? No. So it will not get inside that. It will jump out and move again back to the loop. So it is not going to be read out. The counter remain 1. Now in the same case, in the next is I. Now nm is being counter, x is going to be increased, so nm is sitting at 2. Ch also move one step, so it is sitting at I. I is also in not a uppercase, so it will leave it. Next again, same concept. Next there is a blank space, it is not going to be used. I again, it is not going to be checked by because it is not in the uppercase. So counter remain as it is. Now when it moves to A, here it is again, it is a ch. A is a uppercase, yes, that the counter is going to be increased from 1 to 2. Same nm of x is sitting at 8. So A is capital, yes, the counter is increased. So this is the method is being followed in all. Now in S again, it is counter is going to be 3. A again, counter is increased. M again, counter is increased. But in the next case, P no, L no, E no, space no. What happened in T? Again counter. Why? Because it is an uppercase. So next is E, again counter increased. Then X, then T. This is the concept that is being followed in these programs. And now, if any question related to digit, uppercase, lowercase, alphabets, only this is upper is going to be removed, and in place of that, whatever condition is being needed, you apply that, and you will get the correct answer. Let us now understand some more examples using the same code. I'm using the same code, and here is the coding. From a string, count number of characters, uppercase. So you already know the coding of uppercase for foreign, range, and while loop. We already discussed that. For ch is going to store that ch dot uppercase, nm dot is uppercase, and nm of x dot is uppercase in while loop. So how it is work when we change that question? Now question is changed. If it is lowercase, what you have to do? This yellow box of is upper, erase these, and in place of that, write down is lower. Coding is going to be same, only the function is changed. Now this is a question is total. This question is of lowercase. Nothing is you need to remove. Everything is going to remain same. So it will count how many lowercase characters are there. If the question is again changed to a digits, you know that 0, 1, 0 to 9 is going to be the digits. Now what if the same uppercase question is there? Again erase those, and in place of that write down is digit. Question again you will get the marks. Now it is is digit is used. Now it is going to count how many digits are there. If the question is going to be changed to count how many alphabets are there, same coding, erase is upper part, in place of that write down is alpha. Now it will count alphabets from the string. So now from the one code you will get so many answers, and you can write only one erase. You have to erase a function name, and you will get the different answer by using those functions. Now let us discuss a next question, that is that we have to check how many digits and alphabet in a string in one coding. If you go through the for range, and while loop, I've written the same code, but only the part is that I included the else part. Else part is there, and here is also the else part. In this case, what I have done, I checked that key if ch is digit, nm of x is digit, then the counter is going to be increased, and else dc is used for the alphabets, and dc plus 1. When I execute this line, it will give me the answer. And what is that? Alphabets are 35 and digits are 7. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, digits are correct. But if you count the alphabets, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It means these are the alphabets are 26. So this code is going to give me the wrong answer. Why this happened? Because when we move to the else part is not only include the alphabets, it also include the blank spaces. That is the main problem. Means first part is correct, but the second part with the characters, the blank spaces are also be counted. If we move to the next question, same thing, I reverse it. I use is alpha at the if condition and counted that plus 1. So if I'm going to execute this line, now the correct answer, that is 26, but the digits are going to be 60. Again the same problem. Why? Because with the digit these spaces are also counted. The answer should be 7. So the mistake is here. What we have to do, we have to make some changes. And what are those changes? If we need to not to read these blank spaces, we need to put something in place of this else. So what we are going to do, in place of else, we are going to write down elif. And if it is a case of digit, so we write down elif cs dot is digit. And in the back, in this case, if you go back one step back, here it is going to be elif is alpha. So the mistake is going to be removed. I'm going to show practically also. If I move to this part, here it says one question that where I use is alpha, and the answer is given. Here it is that there is a wrong digits. And if I move to the next one, that is digit, the answer, if I'm going to execute this, it will give me again the same thing. The wrong answer is going to be there. The digits are going to be correct, but the alphabets are going to be 35. So what we needed, we need to remove this line. Here it is, and in place of this we need to write down the correct line that is needed. So what we have to do, we need to erase this. So in place of this we write down alif, then we put nm of x dot is what we are using. We are using alpha a LPHA alpha. Now we count the alphabets. So now if I'm going to execute this line again, so it will now show me the correct answer. Yeah, it will show me the correct answer. Now 26 is the correct answer, and this method is you need to apply when there are two things are. But in case of uppercase, lowercase, you are not supposed to use it, but only in the case of digits and alphabet you are going to use this thing, that in a LF you are going to include in the program, that only the concept is going to be correct. So this is the concept that I have told you, and according to this you can solve more questions.